Hi, welcome everyone to Arcadia Yoga. Today's 30-minute flow is all going to be about recharging our bodies, so having some light stretching and movement. And then the back half of the 30 minutes is going to be a really soft restorative practice. So holding what should be relatively comfortable poses for a couple minutes at a time. And that should feel extra good after moving around and sort of waking up the body and then allowing it to just relax in. This is honestly a great practice for a nighttime section of your day, but it can also be great for the morning as well, just because it's a little bit more gentle. As you can see, I am going to be using a pillow. This is in replace of a bolster, which you might find in many yoga studios. A bolster is going to be a little bit longer, usually in an oval or more circular shape. But a pillow is just fine. Even one that you take off your bed is going to be perfect. So let's get started. You can take your pillow or your bolster, even a rolled up blanket would work. And we're going to start in a nice comfortable child's pose. So big toes to touch, knees are wide. Pull the bolster or pillow in towards your hips, and then allow your chest to come all the way down and stretch your arms out. If it feels comfortable, you can keep them down by your side as well. But just coming down onto your bolster, allowing your head to relax all the way down, your belly to soften. And then just start to observe your breath here. Notice anything that you're holding on to. Notice the temperature, the texture of your breath. Allow for every inhale for your body just to know that you're safe. This is your place of quiet solitude, and with every exhale, we might be letting something go, shaking off a bit of the day. It's okay to sort of wiggle around here, to shift your shape a little bit to get comfortable, and we'll take 3 quiet breaths here. Good. Once those deep breaths are finished, just for a moment, start to come on up. Remove the pillow or bolster for a moment and just come down into your neutral child's pose. So this time taking the forehead all the way down to the mat. Breathing deeply, deep inhale, deep exhale. And then when ready, inhale, come on up to a tabletop position. So walk the knees in, hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, over wrists. Spread the fingers wide, and we'll come into a few cat-cows. I love to start here. It's sort of something in my own practice that whether I want to have a really powerful practice or one that's a bit more relaxed, I'm always starting with my cat-cows. It's super important to move your spine in all 6 of the motions. So kind of front, back, side to side, and twisting. So once you've done a few cat-cows, come back into a neutral spine. And again, making sure all of the props are out of the way. Walking the hands out, taking a big breath in, tucking the toes, and coming up into a high push-up plank position. Just to gain some heat and some strength here. Spread the fingers wide. You can drop your knees at any time. Press into your finger pads so you feel that space in your palms. Big breath in, shoulders over wrists. Hips in line with the shoulders. Press your back up towards the ceiling. Actively press the heels back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Full breath in. And then exhale, drop the knees down and drop the chest all the way down to the mat. Keep your hands underneath your armpits, untuck the toes, press into where your shoelaces would be, press into your hips. Inhale, baby cobra. So just peeling the heart and chest up, shoulders away from the ears. You lift just as much as you could if you could pull your hands up off of the mat. That's kind of the test. So big breath in. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Retuck the toes. Inhale through high push-up or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Take a few breaths. Get into the shoulders. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then inhale. Look forward towards your fingertips. Exhale. Walk your feet up towards your hands. And we'll come into a forward fold here. So tuck the chin. Allow the crown of the head to fall all the way down. Bend the knees deeply. And let's take ragdoll. Opposite thumb to opposite elbow. Pull the weight into your toes. If it feels good, you can sway side to side. Really nice. Good. Spend one more breath here. And just lengthening the spine. And then come back towards center. Drop the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come up to the shins and knees, shoulders away from ears. Scoop the belly up and in. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slow rise all the way up to mountain. I'll face towards you. Big breath in, arms up. We're going to take side stretches, just one arm this time. So gentle bend in the knees, wide stance with our feet. Full breath in. Exhale, drop the right fingertips and reach up and over to the right side. Good, engage the core. Spin the top shoulder up and back. Maybe your gaze turns up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back up towards center. Left fingertips down, right fingertips up. As long as you're going one side to the next. Exhale, reach up and over. And notice how I'm not crunching all the way down. We want to find nice long side bodies, both sides. Good. Inhale, come back up to center. One breath, one movement. Inhale, left fingertips. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, back up. Exhale, up and over to the left. Good. Inhale, come back towards center. Both arms up, and then exhale. Take your hands, interlace them behind your lower back. Elbows are gently bent. Inhale, gaze up, puff your heart and chest up, pinch your shoulders together. And then exhale, draw your knuckles down your glutes. Good. Keep the breath moving here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Full breath in. And then exhale, keep the grip. Come all the way down into a forward fold. Hands lift away from the low back. Really coming into the shoulders. Bend the knees if that feels good. Maybe sway or nod your head yes and no. Big breath in. Exhale really gently. Take your hands back to your low back and then drape them all the way down in front of you. Plant the hands. Step back into a high push-up plank position. Full breath in. Gather that strength. And then exhale, lower the knees if you need to, or come all the way down to your belly. Untuck the toes. Press into your hands, hips, and shoelaces. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead kisses the mat. Inhale, high push-up plank position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full even breath in. Full breath out. Good, a little bit of flow here until we come down into our restorative poses. Put the weight into the left foot. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, bring knee towards the nose. Step it forward, low lunge. Pause here. Scissor the inner thighs together. Find that stability. And then inhale, both arms up. Crescent lunge. So our hips are forward, toes are forward, shoulders, belly button, everything is closed off towards the mat. Big deep breath in. And then exhale, twist. Left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Good. Keep the breath moving here. And you can pause and stay here or grab the back leg with your right fingertips. So right hand comes to the left leg, left hand up towards the ceiling. You can slowly move your gaze up towards the left thumb. Keep engaging in the bend in the right knee. Really nice. Big breath in. Exhale, come back to your twist. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale through warrior two. Come all the way down. Step the right leg back. Big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full expansive breath in. Really deep release on the exhale. One more time. Big breath in. And out. Good. We're going to take that on the left side. So planting the weight into the right foot. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Step it forward. Low lunge. Scissor the inner thighs together. Inhale, lift both arms up. Sometimes I like to take my hands to my hips just to actively nudge here. The right hip forward, left hip back. Sitting down into the bend. Lifting up the right heel, arms up, kind of imagining that beach ball. Big full breath in and out. Good, deep inhale. Exhale, twist. Right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. It's gonna naturally draw that left hip back into position. Gaze is wherever it feels comfortable. Take a big inhale, and then exhale if you'd like to move on. Left hand down to right leg, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Slowly move your gaze front, and then up. Big breath in. Your body's working so hard right now to keep everything zipped up in line. And out. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, come back into the twist. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, come all the way down. Step the left leg back. Big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Sit the hips high and back, legs strong, melt the chest over the tops of the thighs. Keep that breath moving here. 2 breaths. Good, a little bit of micro movement before coming down into our restorative poses. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. And exhale, set the heels down 2 more times. Inhale up on tippy toes. Exhale, set the heels down. Inhale, lift.
Exhale, set the heels down. Big breath in. Exhale, bend into the knees. Come all the way down to the mat. Walk your knees in together. Sit back on your heels. Take your right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. Just take a moment to honor that standing practice. We got into the back of the legs, into our hips, created some movement and space in the shoulders. And now we're going to sort of humbly surrender and let the breath and gravity do some of the work for us. Let's take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. All right, hands come down to your legs. So I have my phone here behind my block, and I'm going to be timing us and I'll cue you, but we're going to hold each single pose for almost 3 minutes. If it's a right and left side, then we'll be holding it for 1.5 minutes. And again, the benefit to this is really being able to fully get into the joints, into the fascia, all of that connective tissue. It's also a really wonderful way to stay in tune with your breath and to work on calming the fluctuations of the mind. That is yoga. And when we connect the both together, that's when it can really become that emotional and spiritual practice and really fulfill what yoga is. And it's not just simply fitness. And that's certainly important to me, and I know important to many of you. So the first pose we're going to come into is pigeon pose. So again, we're going to hold it for 1.5 minutes. I'll get my timer started. I'm going to grab my pillow again and just really carefully bring my right knee forward. My right shin is at a 45-degree angle. My left leg is back behind me. My toes are pointed. I'm settling into closed hips, trying to make sure they're relatively even, and then coming all the way down. And if you have a nice playlist or some gentle music going on, that could be really nice, but we'll just be here in quiet for the next 45 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Take your next inhale and exhale, and start to lift yourself all the way back up. And then just gently switch over to the next side, bending into the left knee. Your shin is at a 45-degree angle, right leg back behind you. It's always good to just kind of make sure we're shifting in the right ways. Hips are fairly even, and then coming all the way back down. Taking our big breath in and our big breath out for the next minute. Good. Take your next breath in and out. And then inhale, start to come all the way back up. Collect your knees back in together and then take your knees off to one side. My knees are coming off to the left, and we're taking a restorative, it's called deer pose in yin or restorative practices. Take the bolster or pillow up to your right hip. And then take an arm on either side. Take a big breath in. And then exhale. Start to come all the way down onto your bolster or pillow. You can take your chin or forehead down to your folded hands. If it feels better, you can gaze either towards the knees, which will be a little bit more gentle, or away from the knees for a little bit of a deeper stretch. It's up to you. And we'll take this for about another 30 seconds or so. Good. When you're ready, start to press yourself back up and then come back onto the knees, and we'll take it on the opposite side. So this time I'm dropping my knees to the right side, scooching the bolster up towards my hip, arms on either side, crawling all the way down, and then bending the elbows and just letting my head rest on my hands, whatever is comfortable. You could take a second pillow. And then we'll be here for one more minute. And exhale all the air out. And then take a full big breath in. Come back up towards center. Swing your legs out in front. And then we're going to come all the way down onto our backs in a little bit of a gentle heart opener. You can take the pillow back behind you. And then start to come all the way down. I like to take Supta Baddha Konasana with my legs, which means soles of the feet together, knees wide. Take your pillow or bolster wherever it feels comfortable. Settle down into this space if it feels good and you'd like a little bit of extra connection. Instead of just laying your arms by your side, you can take both hands and place them on your hips, on your legs, maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, both on your belly. Whatever feels most healing to you in this moment. And we'll take one more minute here. really slowly take your hands to the outside of your legs. Walk your feet as wide as the mat. Knock your knees in towards one another. And then just bend one knee at a time. You can always sway both knees from side to side. And then we're going to take some supine twists here. So removing the bolster or pillow and just taking it off to the side. Squeeze both knees in towards the chest. Keep the right knee in. Extend the left leg long. Really actively squeeze the right knee in towards the chest. Big breath in. And then exhale, draw the right knee over to the left side of your mat. If you'd like to make this a little bit more gentle, or you're having a hard time relaxing the top knee, you can bring a pillow or a blanket or your bolster under the knee. What we do want to focus on is keeping the shoulders down to the ground, arms out wide to a T or cactus. A minute here in stillness. Try your best to practice sinking into the pose, again using the breath. Allowing yourself to soften and be held. Really good. And then release out of this pose. Bring the knees in towards center. Switch the pillow or bolster over onto the opposite side. Squeeze the left knee in. Extend the right leg long. Full breath in. And then exhale. Left knee over to the side. Maybe it comes over onto the bolster or pillow. Shoulders are down onto the mat or to the ground. Arms out to a cactus or a T. Full breath in. Big breath out. Really good. When you're ready, take a big breath in. Come back towards center. And then we'll just gently come into our final Shavasana. And I'm going to bring my pillow underneath my knees. Traditionally, it's all of the limbs out long. But lifting the knees can sort of cue the hips to relax. Arms down by your sides, palms facing up. Soften in the feet. Allow the knees and hips and ankles to feel heavy. Let your calves and your quads and your belly soften. Slight tuck of the shoulders underneath your heart. Let your fingers curl. Feel the space in between the shoulders and ears. Soften in the face. Unfurl your brow. Slowly close down the eyes if they're not already closed. And just feel that lightness in the top of the head. Big breath in. Big breath out. I'll leave you here in this final Shavasana. Stay here and relax as long as you need as I collect myself. Big breath in. Big breath out. As always, for today and every day moving forward, bloom where you are planted. And I look forward to you joining me next time with Arcadia Yoga. Check out my videos, subscribe, the link to my channel so that you know when anything new is posted. And again, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.